Good morning from Dreamland Margate and the third park on my 10-day 12-park tour. I've never been here before. This is brand spanking new to me. One thing that's a little bit frustrating for me and everybody else is that the Scenic Railway, the draw to this park, that sadly, as of last year I believe, they've announced is just going to be standing but not operating. It's listed so they can't get rid of it, but they're no longer going to operate it. So I'm a little bit disappointed that I never got to experience it. But I am going to experience as much of the park as I possibly can. I need to go and find somewhere and get a wristband. I did reach out to the park to ask about filming on ride. They said it's fine, and they've said to ask for one of the staff who might be able to give me a little bit of a tour. So that might happen as well, if it depends on their availability. But I'm going to go and get a bit of a recce just now. They do also do events, because I know a friend of mine that messages me was here last night for a concert, big massive stage, and it looked like it was really, really busy. So I'm going to get my bearings and then get on some rides and take you along with me. So this is a pay per ride attraction. So every attraction is one token, and it's £3 a token or 20 quid for 40 tokens, which I've just done, and you just get they're literal little coins, which are in Carly's pocket, and she's run away. So I might get on some rides if I can find her. But I've kind of done a little bit of a recce. I mean, there's the Scenic Railway there, which is a little bit depressing. They've got a big sign saying they're reimagining it, trying to figure out what to do with it, basically, as it now kind of comes into retirement. Would love to see it come back, but it doesn't sound like that's going to happen. There's the pirate ship here, which I will be doing. They've got a log flume. I'll be doing that. There is a fun house over there. There's two coasters here, rock and roller coaster and a kind of wacky worm. So I'll get on those. It says something about a ghost train and an actual train. There's dodgems and there's waltzers. So I don't think this will be a full day park for me. It's also quite quiet, so I'm hoping that if the queue times are small, I'll just get on everything, which is fantastic. So let's go and see. There's my my tokens are in Carly's pocket. So I'm going to go and get some tokens and get on some rides. There we go. Started there on Rock and Roller. That was actually a nice little coaster. Reasonable force in that first drop, and then at the helix at the end, surprisingly smooth. I don't know. You see these sort of travelling coasters and you immediately just think, that's going to be jank. It wasn't jank at all. I enjoyed that. That was a good start to the day. Right, let's see what's next, shall we? Right, we're on the pirate ship, obviously, you can probably tell. It's a little bit weird though, because it seems to have a kind of sideways jiggle to it. Whee! Like, I don't know if you'll see it. I don't think you'll see it, but... Alright, you can't see the jiggle. Trust me, there's a jiggle, and it's not just because I'm overweight. You can hear it. Rattle, rattle! Whee! Right, well there's the log flume done, which I was regretting because it was cloudy, but now the sun's come out and I've dried off already, which is fantastic. Now, I just got chatting to one of the members of staff here who was telling me that this used to live at Holtlands Park. Did not know that. He was also telling me that this is kind of run in two separate sections. So you've got the events part, which is one company, if you will, and then the rides are operated by Apollo Rides. So they're the ones that are doing that. So it's kind of like a dual operation. And he's telling me about how they've expanded it and brought more rides back in. He did also mention the couple of standing but not operating. Obviously we've got the Scenic Railway, there's a drop tower and a big wheel. And he did say they're hoping to have the big wheel back next year, which would be fantastic. Right, I'm going to go and find what is next. I don't know whether I should go and do this. I think I should do that. I might do that.
show, having a fun time.
That was good. That was a lot bigger than I expected it to be. There was, like, it just looks like a standard small funhouse. It's not, it's quite long. It's quite, like, they've made a lot out of the space they have. There's loads of bits where I was falling about like an idiot, which is brilliant. Right. I'll wander on and I'll find something else. I hope you can hear me. Cred's a cred, right, had to be done. The obligatory wacky worm. 3-lap special, standard model, but great for the younger audience. Right, and it really is quite depressing seeing the Scenic Railway there. As I say, never been on it, never will be on it by the sounds of it, unless some miracle happens and suddenly they bring it back to life, but that doesn't seem likely. Right, a few more rides to go, so let's keep on wandering, shall we? Right, on the Scenic Railway, they are obviously wanting to do something with it, but they're not quite sure what, and they're kind of looking for some suggestions. So I'll just leave this on screen for a few seconds. If you have some ideas on what they can do, I mean, bringing it back would be my choice, but I don't think that's going to happen. Scan that QR code and submit your suggestions. She's trying to trick me and get me to walk into the walls. Well, I'm now going to do that now that I've said that. There's one there. So it's this way. Oh dear. Help! It's not that.
Yes. See, strict.
I don't trust you anymore.
Oh, stop cheating.
Oh boy! There we go! Oh dear. Wow, right. That was a little bit deceptive because, well, it started really, really slow. Very loud. It started really, really slow and I thought, this is going to be super, super tame. Then the guy decided to crank it up to 11. That was good once it got going. Whew, a little bit dizzy now. Bang. Bang. Bang! Right, so I've come back round to the front of the park and this is it's kind of annoying because, like I say, obviously they've got this massive stage that I mentioned earlier because they're doing lots of events, right? I think there was a concert on last night and stuff. And it feels like that might be part of the focus now rather than the attractions themselves. Because, I mean, you've got a drop tower here and a big wheel there. I mean, they're big tall attractions that you can see that might draw people in only to find they're not operating. Which is a little bit disappointing. Now, I saw something about a ghost train. I haven't seen a ghost train. I actually feel like I've walked around all the rides already, which is slightly depressing because that was quick. So I probably haven't, I'm hoping I haven't. I'm gonna go and continue the recce, check out maps and stuff, and see what else I can find. There's like jets back there that I didn't do. But I'll wander and I'll tell you what I find. I didn't take long, I turned the corner. There's the ghost train, and there's some swings. Oh, and there's a Sizzler Twister thing. So there are a few more things to do. I'm gonna go do the ghost train. See you on there. Scariest ghost train ever.
You were in there for 30 seconds.
I was in there for a minute. To be fair, it was So there was a family coming on behind me, and the kids didn't really want to do it, and it looks like they didn't do it in the end. It was very, very dark. It was like a sweatbox in there, though. Really, really, really hot. It was decent. It was noisy, like lots of kind of as you get on ghost trains and stuff. And there was a little bit of spookiness in there. I think the younger audience would not like that. So anyway, things I do like are them. I do enjoy the swings, so I'm going to go on them. And I'll see you on there. Oh, that's a lovely, lovely breeze. These look like a very old style of kind of, well, chairplanes. I was going to say wave swinger because it's what you think about nowadays. Like, they're very like retro wooden seats, wooden platform there. Like, I quite like that actually. And the same with the Twister. It's kind of like an older model, which is quite nice. So anyway, I'm enjoying the breeze, so I'm going to spin round on this for a bit. Right, I mentioned the tokens earlier, because where I was, there was a token machine, but actually we're just at the entrance right now, and they do sell wristbands, which might have been better for me because I spent 20 quid. No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. I spent 20 quid and got 40 tokens, which is more than enough actually, to be fair. But $20.99 gets you unlimited rides, which is fantastic. They've got kids one there at $10.99 as well. So, right, I'm going to go around and show you the food options as well, because there's plenty of those. So I'll go and show you what options you've got for grub. I'll just get you walk around, everybody, and then I'm going to go and do the Twister. That bad boy over there, which I'm thinking Carly's going to come on with me, but she just handed me a token and disappeared. So maybe that was a you go do that, and I'll see you later. Let's go talk about the food though, shall we? Right, I've come over where the main stage is, and then they've got all the kind of food options around. There's the main stage. So the first one is Asian, and it's got the bao buns, fries, rice bowls, sides, etc. Then we've got the chicken, fried chicken, loaded chicken tenders, mac and cheese, fries, etc. Drinks. I mean, if there's concerts on, that makes a lot of sense. Get your drinks in there. I don't really drink very much, so not for me. And then some smash burgers over here, which, there you go. There's a selection of quite a few different burgers, sides, etc. And I think this doesn't look like it's open today. This is Pizza Company, so obviously not open today, but they do have that. Merchandise shop over there is also closed right now. There's some cotton candy, teas and coffees over there, and there's a few other options just at the entrance to the park as well. So I'll go back over. I can't even speak. I'll go back over there, and I'll show you the rest of it. Right, I've just come indoors to kind of their arcade area here. They've got another place that does cakes and sandwiches and stuff. There is a roller disco down there. I'm not going to follow my arse, so I will not be doing that today. Yeah, some arcades. I'm kind of learning as you do. I'm just kind of wandering about and seeing what they have. So I'll keep doing that, and I'll let you know what else I find. Right, this is really cool. I've come right all the way through to, well, there's the entrance. That's where you come in. They've got loads of retro kind of arcade machines, and some of them are playable. We've got an old jukebox there, and like old game, like pinball machines. Replays or reward, like you can play these. People are playing these. These are like running, functioning retro games, which is brilliant. The old foosball, another foosball. Like, I love that. I genuinely, maybe it's just because I'm an old fart, but I really like when they kind of lean into heritage. Very disappointed about the Scenic Railway, obviously, and I think that's, from what I've seen so far, and I feel like I've almost completed the park, that's the one thing that's missing, is that signature attraction, and clearly they used to have one, and it's now just sitting there as a memory, which is a little bit frustrating. But right, going back into the park, because I at least need to do that Twister, find my missus wherever she's disappeared to, and see if there's anything else. Oh, right, well there we go. That's second to back row done on that rock and roller. To be fair, there's not much difference between the front and the back. Still enjoyable, still pretty smooth. Still got some force in the helix. Right, I've still not done that Twister. I will go and do that, possibly next. Right, another thing that they have that I won't be doing is the dodge jumps. Now, the reason I'm not doing them, and I've said this before, is because, well, Carly's not going to come on with me, and I think the fun of the dodge jumps is crashing into people you know. I mean, you get some enjoyment out of crashing into strangers, but it's more fun when you're with friends and family. And, well, Carly's a killjoy. Don't tell her I said that. Anyway, let's go and do the twister, shall we?
Engage main engines.
Right, I had some tokens left, so I thought I'd come on the jets. And they're very old-fashioned and retro, and this is the weird thing, right? The guy said, lift this up to go down, and lift this down to go up. Although I'm guessing I have to wait till it says 3, 2, 1. Down. Nothing. Oh, there we go. Down to go up. Up to go down. I mean, okay. Right, I'm going to enjoy the breeze and go around on this a little bit. Carly's down there filming me. Hi! I see you, big girl. Well, that brings my visit to Dreamland to an end. We've been here for about 3 hours. I wouldn't say this is a full day park, and it's, as I said already, like, they've got some nice attractions, some older attractions, which is nice to see. They're missing that headline, and obviously they had one. They don't, which is a little frustrating. But if you're in the area, it's definitely one to pop in and get on some stuff. And the kids all seem to be happy. Everyone I've seen is smiling and enjoying themselves, which is fantastic. Right, I've got the rest of the day off, which is brilliant. I'm off to Black Gang Chine tomorrow, I think. Anyway, I am touring. I've still got something like 9 parks still to do in the next 8 days. So make sure you're subscribed for all that. If you've enjoyed this one, hit that like button as well. I've been Chris, you've been watching Coaster Dad, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.